Hello. Okay, time for my Saturday video. I'm actually recording in advance for a change. Yay! I'm only going to do the one though, but it's not the point. And I'm going to do something that I've actually wanted to do for a while, but kind of forgot where I put it. But I found it, so it's all good in the hood. SirToys KO Deluxe Generations Blitzwing. Yeah, I know, right? A triple changer, but deluxe. Yes, they've cut some significant, and I do mean significant corners, but it's still good, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I suppose you want a size comparison with the original, do you? Yeah, might as well. And here it is. So there is some size difference, but again, you can start seeing some of the differences between the actual things. These do not rotate around to make the tank turret. Okay. There are not these pieces that fold out to fill in the front gap. Okay. Everything else seems okay. The gun's there, the sword's there, gun there, sword there. Fine. Alright, okay. Feet don't close up at the back. Bit of an issue. And I'm not sure what these are for. None at all. No clue. Because they're not on this one. But okay, fine, sure, why not? Put you over there. And it kind of works. These wings don't want to go completely flat. You know, the wing pieces on the top of the tracks there don't want to go completely flat, but you can force the turret past, and it does still turn. Look at these pieces; they're just, but it still works. It still works, and especially for the size of it. And this is super hollow, like compared to the original. There's definitely more weight than this thing. This is super hollow, super hollow. Should we transform it? I guess. Let's go for jet mode, shall we? So we're going to get the nose cone piece and we're going to fold it through. Let's see if we can get it to go through. Yeah, okay. Make sure that goes under the turret bit. Okay, awesome. There we go. We're on to a winner so far. I'm going to pop these loose, and it is simple pegs, peg there. So you just pop it loose, turn it, and try and get this loop thing, which is kind of like that. Oh, does that go on there? Ah, okay. We're basically putting pegs into the loopy thing sticking out, and this one's jumped off. These ball joints on the feet, these stuff called the ball joints, not good. I'll be honest, not good. Alright, okay. So that all pegged on, yeah, good, okay. Flip out the wing, and nope, don't pull too hard, okay. Lesson learned. Let's try and flex the plastic and get that back in. Get that little tab in. There we go. So it only goes out that far. Fine, sure, why not? Pop this loose, turn it, get that peg on, make sure the hip pieces are kind of straight, flip out the wing to about there, and we're going to just fold out the tail wing, I think. Once you get the foot straightened out, fold out the tail wing, and I'm going to take this off for a second, flip up the little tail fins, and this is more the preference areas. It depends what kind of person you were. If you wanted to leave the cannon on the top, which you can do that. And now let's have a look at this, because before I did the review, I've actually done some work on this. Just a little bit, nothing fancy. Basically, I flipped that piece over, which was a bit of a nightmare, because I believe it was installed upside down. But I haven't tried to do the plane mode with it yet. I just got the tank mode to work better. And I just shoved that in there, and it goes more like it should, but that's not attached to anything. Whatever, it's fine. And then we'll do what I like to do just to fill out the back. We'll stick the sword in that hole. I think it goes in there. Okay, that fills out the back, and we'll just stick the gun on the top again. Sure, why not? And that, everybody, is Charlotte. I mean, mission accomplished, really, isn't it? It's done what it sets out to achieve. It's very bulky, very bulky. Really reminds me of was it the Alpha fighters from the later battle Robotechs with what was it? Was it Mass Speeder or? So I know it's 3 different things. There was Macross, Mass Speeder, and I can't remember what the other one was off the top of my head. Sorry, blanked on it. But you know the Alpha fighters. This one looks more like those. It's not bad, and see these pegs on top. If you're actually trying to get these bottom pegs in, it angles the wings down, so the wings sort of like. So if I just try and unpeg this bottom piece, right, and just leave the top plugged in. Do the same on this side. Give me a second. Leave the top pegged in. Then you get the wings a bit flatter. But then again, that means these are completely pointless. Because the pegs are right there and they don't peg into anything. But sure, fine. Again, I mean, for what it is, the cost that it was, probably was, it does it. It did the tank mode. It's done the plane mode. It's done it. You can't fault it for that. Let's size comparison with the original. And the quality is chalk and cheese. This is spectacular. This is flimsy. In the tank, it was a nice chunky bundle. But as the plane, it's getting a bit spread out and a bit wibbly, unfortunately. Especially with these pegs not working properly without, making the wings all super droopy. But it does it. It's there. It doesn't have the nice, what will be hip retraction. That's why they look so dorky sticking out like that. But again, it does it. I'm not going to fault them. They've done it. Someone's actually tried when they make this, so that's cool. Okay. So robot mode, I guess, is the next logical step. So let's take the sword and gun out and leave the hole, because that's quite a hole, especially with that being hollow. I mean, it's a hole on the original, but with that being hollow as well, it looks worse. So we're going to pop that out, and we're going to flip the gun through, bring the nose cone up and into place, pop the legs loose, drop them down, shove the wings in a bit, rotate that so the fin's towards you, and try to do that with it, because it's about as best you can get it, unfortunately. Rotate so the track bits are at the front. It's one leg, flop it, rotate, shove that in a bit, turn that way, that's right, shove that there, turn that around, so we got the legs sorted out. Unpeg these pieces, it's literally just a peg into a little hole there, so nothing worth writing home about, but fine. Get this folded over. This is on a little ball joint, which is quite clever. It saves you how to mess with the hinges, and it feels quite solid. And then this just pegs into here, which is, as on the original, not that secure. There's no elbows or anything in the arms, which is a big disappointment, but deal with what you've got. Folds in the little hand flaps. Awesome. Sort this one out, fold it down. Get that to peg into the little hole. There we go. Rotate that. Fold the little hand flap in. Trying to adjust this somehow so it was that bad on the original. Oh, hang on, maybe. Fold this under. Oh yeah, this is terrible. Yeah, this ain't gonna work at all. Yeah, sure. That's as good as it's gonna get. That's as good as it's going to get. Sorry, kids. You can fold these further back if you like, just to try and get them a bit more out of the way. The only other thing you do is just leave the tank turret hanging down. That is here in robot mode. Do we need the light on for this? Yeah, maybe. Huh. And this is just where it all starts to come apart, really, isn't it? And he says, pushing these tracks back together. No? Not playing? Okay. Alright, never mind. A little bit of a gap down there. Yeah, this is where all the cut corners that you kind of got away with in the vehicle modes really come to a head. And I don't know if a decent lick of paint would have fixed some of it. I don't know, but that face. Oh, baby. That is not good. That is not good. It looks like he looks like one of those angry little guys from the Fraggles. You know, the builders. He looks like one of those. He's not happy. The body looks so lackluster. The body holds together. The shoulder pieces hold together, which is better than the original. The hips don't slide in. There's no knees. There's nothing. That's just there. Yeah. Yeah. Give the weapons. Okay, so we'll give it a sword. Might as well stick it in this hand because I can. And yeah, it's got a sword. Ball joint. Can just about use it. That's cool. We like that. Give him the gun. Come on. Come on. Right. Because of this piece of plastic here, the shape of it, to get the gun to fit, I've had to miss this raised piece here. So if he wants to point the gun at you, he's going to shoot someone over there. Bless him. He's holding it. Just, bless him. Maybe he's gangster and he's going to start holding it upside down. Oh yeah, you messing with me? You messing with me? Yeah, come on then. I honestly don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. And he feels so... Because these are basically just pure hollow. There's a bit of engineering in the top here, but these are pure hollow. They feel so floppy. And then you got the weight on top of them. Fortunately, the weight isn't that much, but the whole thing just sort of wobbles. Like, you put him down, he wobbles because it's trying to decide if the big flat feet are going to keep him upright. It does, but there's an element of going, ooh, no, we're okay. Size comparison with the original. And yeah, you can just... I haven't touched the original for a while because you don't, after a while you put things somewhere and you don't worry about them for a little bit. But since I've got this one and then I looked at him, you don't realise how much paint detail and this, and it's just, the detail seems to be there. It's just there's no paint on it. There's nothing. And again, this is what I'm saying. A lick of paint might save this figure, but the shoulders don't transform the same way. They're upside down because the wings are supposed to be on the back, and then, that is basically what we've got at the front here. Okay. Which, if you want, you can do with this one, but I don't know why you would. There's no elbows, so they've had to invent this whole padded out piece here, because that's not on it. Maybe it's on the back? No, it's not on the back. The hips aren't in properly because that doesn't slide. There's no knees. There's a swivel. They got a swivel, God bless them. But it's yeah. One thing I will give them, as bad as that head is, at least it hasn't got the stupid face gimmick thing. Which, yeah, is a bit of a giggle. But I'd much rather a better transforming head. A head that doesn't require this stupid rubbery nose cone bit, which that doesn't have. But, that's just me. Let's get back to the proper G1 face, shall we? There you go. See, this one, if I remember rightly, struggles to hold his gun. Again, for the same reasons. But he's got a wrist swivel. So you just turn the wrist a little bit, and you avoid that. See, you can put his gun forward. It's just little things like that, little corners, and this is why if you get a knockoff of something, you've got to be able to take the hits and go, yeah, all right, it's a knockoff, fair enough. You can't just go, oh, it's rubbish, I'm going to hit it with a brick, funny. Because that's not funny. That's immaturity, really, or being a snob, frankly. But yeah, I I mean, maybe I could hit this with some Gundam marks or something and just redeem the robot mode a little bit, but I mean, if I could somehow get in there, because I'm not very good at space painting, but if I get in and give some kind of different colour for the elbow pieces, just put a different colour in there just to break it up, it'd look more like arms rather than just lumps hanging off his shoulders. Just a little bit of detail here to get rid of this rubbed off cheap bronze. We might be able to redeem him, but let's not get carried away. So yeah, that's my review for today, because I've got stuff I need to do before my 5th of 6 shifts. Yay! It's been a great time in the run up for Christmas. I hope everyone's looking forward to Christmas. I'm not. anyway, I'm going to scarper. So, I shall be ugly, I shall be wretched, I shall see all of you in the next one. Bye!